Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Gardens. I'm Mary, in case you're new here, and today we're going to do a thrift haul. Now guys, I have been doing some serious thrifting since the last time I made a thrift video. It's been a couple of months, but it's the end of July now, so I thought I'd share with you some of the things that I have picked up. And I just have been thrilled. In some ways, I'm not finding some of the vintage dishes that I wish I could, but I still have some wonderful things to add to my different collections. So guys, we'll start with these dishes, and I'm going to give you a close-up of this dish. This one is called Roses, and it, I believe, was hand-painted. It's a limited number plate, and it was made, let's see if it has a date, I think in 1984. But those colors were just fantastic for my decor, the purples and the pinks and the blues. So of course I had to snatch it right up. And as a bonus, it already had a plant hanger attached to it. Isn't that great? So of course it's actually already hanging on my wall. I took it down just to share with you. I have another hand-painted plate. This one has no mark on the back, but it does have a signature of the painter. And if I can read it here, it's Else von V. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure, guys. Else was her first name, though. And you know, there were many women, I think I've mentioned this in an earlier thrift haul. Let's take a close look. There were many women who did this hand painting of plates as a hobby, and they were very talented artists. And I like to celebrate that in my decor, actually. Such a wonderful memory of days gone by, don't you think? Well, then I was able to find a new teapot, and this one is, I don't even know if it's vintage. Let's take a quick look. And here's a close-up while I'm looking at who did it. It was made in China and imported to Bogart, Georgia by Flowers Incorporated. So it might have been originally used as a sort of a container for flowers for florists to use for deliveries, but they really have some pretty amazing containers like teapots that were used for this in the past. And this one, it also says, was hand painted. I love adding another teapot to that collection. My next piece is this darling little teacup and saucer, and as you can see here in the close-up, it is this cute pink background with a floral design on it. I just think it's darling, and it will be a welcome addition to my teacup collection. Guys, let me know if you'd like to see my teacup collection sometime down in the comments, because I would be happy to share it with you. Just haven't done that quite yet. But of course, collectors really enjoy sharing what they have put together. And so if you'd like to see it, I will definitely do that. Now, next is another teacup and saucer. And these two are actually not matching. They're a mix and match combination, but I love how they kind of go together and they will work. And that's a tip for you guys. Don't be afraid to mix and match your cups and saucers. And of course, all of them together in a tea party or any kind of social get-together. So much fun and so cute. One of my favorite things. Now, this next item is a picture that I got that is lusterware. And if you can see on the close-up here, it's very shiny, which means that it was covered over with this treatment that creates that shiny lusterware look. And of course, you know, I've got a growing, let's say, picture collection, and I just love this. So one side of it is blank and the other side of it has roses on it. And gosh, I was so happy, especially to find the green color. Green can sometimes be a little difficult to come across. So that was a fun thing to find. I did recently find a new figurine for that collection. And as you can see, I have several of them going in my home. But this little girl, and you can take a look at the close-up, she was made by Casa de la Bomboniera. I think it's an Italian, yes, it was made in Italy. So it is an Italian piece. And isn't she beautiful? You probably are aware, if you follow me, that I like to collect figurines that have a bisque or a matte type of finish on them. I don't go for the high shine on my figurines. And this one fit right into that style that I look for. So I snatched it right up. It went straight into my cart. And you know, guys, the two thrift stores that I go to the most in Colorado are the Ark and Goodwill. So these are a mixture of pieces from those two places. Now my next piece is a frame, and it is really pretty. It has some good detail on it, and it is a frame that can stand, or it has a hanger on the back as well. Let me bring it up close to you so you can see the detail on there. And I will be painting it. I'm just not sure how I will or which colors I will choose just yet. It was $2.99, great price for me here in Colorado. And you'll see it in my decor very soon, maybe in the fall. Now, I can't remember if I shared with you this piece of milk glass that has the grape design on it quite yet. I know I had picked up a different piece of milk glass earlier in the year, or it might have been back in 2020 on one of my hauls, but I did, if you're shopping for milk glass, I did learn something recently that I thought I would pass on to you, and that is the fact that if you look for milk glass, which is very opaque, in other words, you can't, if you hold it up to the light, you can't see through it. That means it is an older piece of milk glass. The newer pieces are more translucent, so you can check that even in the store, you know, hold it up to a light and see how opaque or translucent it is. That is if you're looking for something to add to a vintage collection. And I do believe this is a vintage piece, even though it's not marked on the bottom. Let me give you a close-up look here of the design that is on this piece. Now moving on, I have a little birdhouse that I found, and I snatched it right up off the shelf as well. It was listed for $5.99, but actually was on half price sale. So it was, let's see, $3. Yeah, $3. And you can see on the close-up that it has some hand painting on it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try to spruce it up a little bit before I use it in my garden shed. To change the topic a little bit of thrifted items, I came across two handmade or hand-pieced quilts recently, and I'm going to try to show you the best I can here. This first one, and it's a small one, more like a lap quilt, but here is the pattern. Let's see. I'm hoping you're getting a good view of it. And the back side is a really nice print that I also like. Look at that. So, oh my gosh, guys, slowly I am adding to my quilt collection that I can display in my home as well. You know, that will really help to give that cottage look to my home. And then for the 4th of July, you might remember that I earlier had found a small red, white, and blue quilt. I found another one. I know this one is handmade also because it is hand pieced. And then I'm going to give you a close-up here, I think, where you can see this was not hand quilted, but instead you can see these little threads coming out. It was hand tied. Don't know if you've heard of that or have run across hand tied quilts before, but it's very common in Missouri, where I'm originally from. And let me give you a more large look at the quilt, at its design. And it has a really pretty print on the back. Perfect for my patriotic decor for the summertime, don't you think? Super fun to find these. I just love it. Well, now guys, for the last and best item that I found. This is so amazing. I tell you, I was just thrilled to death. And you know how much I love flowers. This is an oil painting on canvas, and it is just stunning. Isn't it so pretty? It's going to go on my gallery wall. But first, I will be painting the frame. I'm not exactly sure what color the frame will be. Haven't decided that yet, but oh, I was just almost jumping up and down in the store. And I had to reach up really high, you know, to grab it, but I was thrilled to death. And by the way, oh, I took the tag off, but it was not cheap. It was, I think, $19.99, but I believe I got a 30% discount on that the day of that I purchased it. So I hope you enjoyed the things that I found, and that you're getting out there and doing some thrifting too for your own home. It's a wonderful way to spruce up your house without spending so much money as going, you know, to the regular shops. And so I really encourage you to give it a try. You have to be patient because there are days when I just have a bust, you know, I don't find much of anything. And then other days I'll find, you know, 5 to 10 items by going to, I have 2 different Goodwills that I go through and shop in 2 different arcs. And if you haven't seen one of my hauls before, the Arc is a charity thrift shop in Colorado, and they have stores around the state, and they are really great. They have wonderful prices, very organized and clean, and they also contribute to the rehabilitation and employment of handicapped persons. So I really enjoy shopping there and also donating to them. Well, I hope your summer has been going well and that you will join me here at Rocky Mountain Gardens. Don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, would you let me know which item was your favorite from this thrift haul? I would love to hear your opinions. Which quilt did you like best, for example? Or which one of my teacups did you like the best? Just think about those things and share with me. I have some faithful viewers and subscribers who are so generous in sharing with me ideas and their thoughts about my videos. So come on and bring on those comments. And have a lovely weekend with your friends and family. God bless.